Hit go live. Okay, there we go. There we go. I think I'm live now. I think I am. Am I live now? Let's see if I'm live now, chat. I don't know if I am or not. It says go live. Did I go live? This thing is so confusing. See, this is exactly why I don't like YouTube. Okay, I think I am live now. I am live. Okay, cool. Can y'all see me? Please let me know if y'all can see me. I do see that I'm live. Okay, we are live now. We are live. Okay, cool. Okay, we're live. All right, let's go. I wanted to see something real quickly. I don't know why it's doing that, bro. I already know what my thing is. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on for a second, chat. We're live, y'all. What's up, man? What's up? T had to refresh. You live? Okay, cool. I am live. Okay, we're live. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. Why is it telling me to open this? And I don't really know what's going on here. I don't really need that. Yeah, there we go. All right, chat. We're live. I do want to do a test real quickly, just so you guys I can make sure y'all can hear good. So I'm gonna. Oh! Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that good? Here we go. Hold on, chat. Can y'all hear that good? Let me know if y'all can hear that good. Oh, snap, we live, chat. Here it goes, man. Here we go. Deep dive. Can y'all hear? Can y'all hear that good? Can anybody let me know? Okay, we can. Okay, cool. Good. Okay, cool. Well, without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. Here we go, man. We got 1 minute and 21 seconds until this thing goes live. All right, chat. Are y'all ready? What's up, man? 1 minute. Let's go, man. Got 43 seconds, man. Here it is. Here we go. All right. Let's get it. Let's see what this thing talking about, man. Trying to get everything set up. I haven't even tweeted out the link yet. All right, man. Y'all know what it is. Let's go. EA College Football full deep dive into recruiting is coming to you right now. Let's get it, fellas. We are here. Let's go, man. Let's see it, man. Let's see it. Here we go.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here with EA Sports College Football 25, back for another deep dive. This time we're talking about everyone's favorite mode, Dynasty. Online Dynasty in College Football 25 can accommodate up to 32 teams, and you can play with friends for up to 30 seasons. Today we'll take a closer look at the new 12-team college football playoff, recruiting, the transfer portal, and a ton of customization options to make your program unique. College football has seen seismic changes over the past few years. And in EA Sports College Football 25, you can experience this new landscape while building your program the way you want. The 2024 season marks the debut of the new 12-team college football playoff, and you can play it first in the game months before the real thing. You could be the first coach to lead your school through the new 12-team playoff and hoist the college football playoff trophy. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football. And in a world of unlimited transfers, managing your dynasty roster has never been more important. Evaluate your needs and opportunities for talent upgrades at the start of each season. The best way to build a powerhouse is to recruit through the high school ranks. So let's fill up your recruiting board. Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from
crisp.
all over the country, with certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue-chip talent, like South Florida and Metro Atlanta.
Metro Atlanta.
Do research to find recruits that best fit your program and determine who you can realistically land. A recruit's interest in your school is decided by 14 different pitch grades like proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure. So you'll need to discover how your program's pitch grades align with your recruit's desires, in addition to scouting for talent. Some players have a deal breaker requirement, and if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out. Deal breakers also drive a player's decision to enter the transfer portal.
Hey, look, Chris,
monitor at-risk players and get one last chance to convince your favorites to stay. Track your recruits as they narrow down their top schools. Pitch a prospect to gain more interest, and then set up school visits when the timing is right. It's crucial to remain in their top 10, then 8, then 5, to finally be part of their top 3. As a recruit trims down to the top 8, you can attempt to increase your appeal. If your school doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their opinion in your favor. Plan visits that elevate a recruit's experience, like pairing a quarterback visit with a wide receiver visit at the same time.
Okay.
It's crucial to keep an eye on the transfer portal when it opens in the offseason to round out your roster with talent you couldn't land from recruiting. Add portal prospects to your board just like you would with recruiting, but expect quick decisions as transfers have a shorter timeline to land a new home.
Okay.
Conference realignment is a hot topic in college football. And with custom conferences in EA Sports College Football 25, Dynasty is yours to control. See what a 20-team super conference might look like, or revert to the traditional conference alignment. Shape the conference size and membership and set custom conference rules, set up divisions, and more.
Can we go?
Once you've settled your conference options, it's time to select your team. Begin with a highly ranked team and dominate at the top with repeat recruiting and playoff success. Or build from the ground up with a smaller program and prove you have what it takes to go from an unknown to postseason favorite. We can't talk about your dynasty without talking about your starting job. Start as an offensive or defensive coordinator and climb the ranks to head coach. Or take over a program as the head coach right away. Choose from one of the 3 base coaching types to start.
You know I'm going recruiter.
Your coach type will determine what coaching skill tree you start with. From there, the abilities you acquire as you progress will determine what kind of coach you develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with better abilities. Or, if you build up multiple skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage a more diverse skill set. The coaching carousel is an important part of every coach's journey. Whether you're the head man at your dream school or working your way up, the carousel is your way of fielding offers from other programs. Head coaches in Dynasty can actively manage their coordinator positions. So if one of your staff takes a job elsewhere, or you decide to cut ties for other reasons, you can use the carousel to replace them. Remember, even the greatest coaches need support, and every coach has a unique skill tree. It's important to think about how you want to build your staff, whether that's doubling down on your existing strengths to max out your benefits or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff. Choose wisely. The decisions you make here will matter to your program's success and your coach's progression. The benefits of coach talents are stackable. So if your head coach and defensive coordinator have the same ability, the impact for that ability will be greater. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into Dynasty mode in EA Sports College Football 25. To make it game day every day this season, pre-order the MVP bundle.
Okay, let's talk about it, Chad. Hold on. We're going to run it back one more time, but we're going to stop a couple times to talk. Hold on, Chad. We're going to run it back one more time. Let's run it back one more time. Let's run it back one more time. Let's run it back one more time.
Hey everyone, Kirk Herbstreit here with EA Sports College Football 25, back for another deep dive. This time we're talking about everyone's favorite mode.
For one, this loading screen is nuts. Like, that's tough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's tough. I like that a lot. But let's keep going.
Dynasty. Online Dynasty in College Football 25 can accommodate up to 32 teams, and you can play with friends for up to 30 seasons. Today, we'll take a closer look at the new 12-team college football playoff, recruiting, the transfer portal, and a ton of customization options to make your program unique. College football has seen seismic changes over the past few years, and in EA Sports College Football 25.
So what I'm already going to say is that, for one, you're not going to be able to change it from the 12-team playoffs, guys. You're going to be stuck with the 12-team playoffs. That's a fact. You're going to be stuck with that. I can tell you that now.
You can experience this new landscape while building your program the way you want. The 2024 season marks the debut of the new 12-team college football playoff, and you can play it first in the game months before the real thing. You could be the first coach to lead your school through the new 12-team playoff and hoist the college football playoff trophy. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football, and in a world of unlimited transfers, managing your...
Hold on. Whose uniforms was that? Oh, my goodness, they were beautiful.
And in a world of...
Is that Coastal?
Unlimited
Oh, my goodness, boy. Coastal's uniforms is crazy. All right, so one thing I already see, we got the swag on. You feel me? He got the hoodie on, the one-sleeve hoodie. Oh, I like them purple pants with that whole outfit. I like that outfit. That's a good look.
Managing your dynasty roster has never been more important. Evaluate your needs and how important. Evaluate your needs and how ever been more important.
I wonder, because it says these guys are verbally committed somewhere, but they're to different schools. I don't know if this is... Okay, this might just be the prospect.
Evaluate your needs and opportunities for talent upgrades at the start of each season. The best way to build a powerhouse is to recruit through the high school ranks. So let's fill up your recruiting board. Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from all over the country, with certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue-chip talent, like South Florida and Metro Atlanta.
So, okay, y'all remember yesterday when I was telling y'all it was it was in Georgia, and it was a 2 like that beside the person? Y'all remember when I was telling y'all that yesterday? So those are the different pipeline areas. So, for example, I'm guessing this is silver and 2 because Atlanta has a lot of, like, it's a big pipeline, like, area. Like, is what I'm kind of understanding from this. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, maybe it's in the article. We're going to read the article after this. We're going to read the article.
Do research to find recruits that best fit your program and determine who you can realistically land.
This shit is crazy.
A recruit's interest in your school is decided by recruits' interest in your school if they land.
When he gets to 100, does it show? Oh, whoa. Hold on. We didn't know. I didn't notice this, y'all. Chat, do y'all see this? Development trait. You know what that means? There's going to be superstar dev, you know, kind of like Madden, star dev, stuff like that in the traits. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's keep it rolling.
A recruit's interest in your school is decided by 14 different pitch grades like proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure. So you'll need to discover how your program's pitch grades align with your recruit's desires, in addition to scouting for talent. Some players have a deal-breaker requirement, and if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out.
Okay.
Deal breakers also drive a player's decision to enter the transfer portal.
A lot of screen time,
Monitor at-risk players and get one last chance to convince your favorites to stay.
Wait,
hold.
Go back.
Favorites to stay.
Hold on, I thought I seen something. Wait a minute.
Recruits as they narrow down their top schools. Pitch a prospect to gain more interest. And then set up school visits when the timing is right. It's crucial to remain in their top 10, then 8, then 5, to finally be part of their top 3. As a recruit trims down to the top 8, you can attempt to increase your appeal. If your school doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their...
Okay, that's what I want to see. There's a players at risk of transferring thing. That's what I wanted to see. You can clearly see Jay Hawkins, he's thinking about transferring. So it's going to let you know who are thinking about transferring. Yo, chat, EA might have cooked, bro.
Prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their opinion in your favor. Plan visits that elevate a recruit's experience, like pairing a quarterback visit with a wide receiver visit at the same time. It's crucial to keep an eye on the
transfer portal. This is what I want to see too. Okay. So it tells you here at the deal breaker, have A+ but need B-. So this tells you the need. I don't know if this is telling you if you get this guy, he's going to put your position group in this area. So I don't really know what this is telling you. I guess we'll read in the blog.
Transfer portal when it opens in the offseason to round out your roster with talent you couldn't land from recruiting. Okay. Add portal prospects to your board just like you would with recruiting, but expect quick decisions as transfers have a shorter timeline to land a new home. Conference realignment is a hot topic in college football. And with custom conferences in EA Sports College Football 25, Dynasty is yours to control.
Can we delete conferences?
See what a 20-team super conference might look like, or revert to the traditional conference alignment. Shape the conference size and membership and set custom conference rules, set up divisions and more. Once you've settled your conference options, it's time to select your team. Begin with a highly ranked team and dominate at the top with repeat recruiting and playoff success. Or build from the ground up with a smaller program and prove you have what it takes to go from an unknown to postseason favorite. We can't talk about your dynasty without talking about your starting job. Start as an offensive or defensive coordinator and climb the ranks to head coach. Or take over a program as the head coach right away. Choose from one of the 3 base coaching types to start. Your coach type will determine what coaching skill tree you start with. From there, the abilities you acquire as you progress will determine what kind of coach you develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with better abilities. Or, if you build up multiple skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage a more diverse skill set. The coaching carousel is an important part of every coach's journey. Whether you're the head man at your dream school or working your way up, the carousel is your way of fielding offers from other programs. Head coaches in Dynasty can actively manage their coordinator positions. So if one of your staff takes a job elsewhere or you decide to cut ties for other reasons, you can use the carousel to replace them. Remember, even the greatest coaches need support, and every coach has a unique skill tree. It's important to think about how you want to build your staff, whether that's doubling down on your existing strengths to max out your benefits or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff. Choose wisely. The decisions you make here will matter to your program's success and your coach's progression. The benefits of coach talents are stackable. So if your head coach and defensive coordinator have the same ability, the impact for that ability will be greater. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into Dynasty mode in EA Sports College Football 25.
Let's go read the article.
To make it game day every day this season, pre-order the MVP bundle.
Not gonna lie, that looks good, chap. That looks good. I'm not gonna lie, man. That looks good. I'm excited. I feel like they did what they had to do. Let's see if we can find EA cooked, man. I gotta give them credit, bro. They cooked. They cooked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They cooked. This is gonna be an elite game. Now, let's go read this article. I know this article about to be long. I know this article. Have they not put it out yet? Chat? Have they not put the article out yet? Yeah, EA cooked. I'm not gonna lie. EA definitely cooked. I'm looking for the article. I don't see it right now, though. That article is supposed to be like 100 pages long or something like that. All right, let's see if we can find the article. Somebody link me to the article, chat. because I don't really know where to find the article at. Because they claim it's like an 80-page article, but I don't see it. Let me just go here and check again. Let's just go to coming soon. It should be the top thing on coming soon. Okay, official site. Let's go there. Maybe they've dropped it. They just didn't put it on Twitter. They normally do though. Okay, Campus Huddle about deep dive. This is it. This should be it right here. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. Here we are. Oh, man, this is long. Oh my God. All right. Here we go, man. Welcome back to Campus Huddle. Your home for the new news, for your news, for information about the EA Sports College Football game, whatever. We know you've been awaiting more information about fan favorite mode Dynasty. Before we start with Campus Huddle, let's hear from Kerr. Okay, they're just talking about the thing, whatever. All right, let's get to the real stuff here. Building a Dynasty. When we were in the early stages of designing Dynasty mode, we talked with members of the community, college football experts, and coaches. Read hundreds of blog posts and tweets, and watched countless wish list videos. I hope I was one of them. We knew how important Dynasty was to our community, and we heard loud and clear that our players wanted a deep experience that represents as representative of the current college football landscape, where roster management and talent acquisition are the forefronts of the successful program. With this in mind, we anchored our experience around 3 core pillars. They keep bringing up 3 core pillars and everything. Build your coach, build your program, deliver the world of college football. Okay, so let's talk about the pillars. It says build your coach. This encompasses the decisions you make on your coaching journey to the top of the college football world. Whether starting as a coordinator at a small school or making a name for yourself before getting at the first head coaching job, or starting as a head coach at your dream school, every decision you make on the journey matters, which it was kind of like that in the old game again. So that's not really that surprising to me. So let's keep on going down. So pretty much next it talks about build your program, right? It says, as the old saying goes, to win in college football, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. Recruiting is the lifeblood of college football, and having a consistent winner means you need a roster that is built to reload rather than to rebuild. That all starts on high school recruiting trail. But in a modern college football roster retention and utilization, the transfer portal are instrumental to in all abilities to help field a championship team. So let's go down to where it says deliver the world of college football. A lot has changed in college football over the last year, let alone the last 11 years. From the new 12-team college football playoff to conference realignment, we set out to recreate the ever-changing world of college football within Dynasty and provide you with the tools to customize your experience. All right, so they talk about the 3 pillars, whatever. Here goes a screenshot right here, I guess, of how your load-in screen will kind of look, is my understanding. So let's go ahead and go down, build your coach. So they're going to talk about that too. Your journey to the top of the college football world starts with your coach. We wanted this to be meaningful and allow you to experience the coaching journey that no other sport can provide. We met with college football coaches and experts and started breaking down real-life coaches on a whiteboard. What are their identities? What make them great? What are their journeys to get to where they are today? What we found is that both current and former coaches broadly fit into 3 main categories. Some are incredible recruiters, while others are motivators who maximize their potential of their players. And lastly, tacticians out scheme their opponents on the field, X's and O's. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Cause we got a lot to read. What about the greatest coaches of all time? Even they weren't great at everything and needed their coordinators. Let's look back at 2013. Alabama's offense had fallen behind. The world of college football offenses was changing, and it was changing quickly. They had to pivot and change their entire philosophy, bringing in offensive gurus who transformed the Alabama offense and put the program on an entirely new trajectory, playing in 6 of the next 8 national championships while creating multiple first-round draft picks. All of our research and discussion led us to build a coach experience centered around these 3 goals. Just like real life, no coach can be great at everything. So it don't sound like you're going to be able to max everybody out like you used to could do on the old days, where you could just go in, max out your dude at the recruiting like I used to do. I ain't going to lie. You can't do that no more from what it sounds like, from what it looks like from here. Rock, paper, scissors, shoe, relationship between coach types with no dominant progression paths. Coordinators and how you build your staff matters. Okay, interesting. Let's keep it going. Coach progression. So pretty much this is just like XP. We already know about this, but I'll read it anyway. Progressing your coach starts with playing games. As you play, you will compete. You will complete coach goals that award XP. Once you earn enough XP, you will level up your coach. They had this in the last game, so this is nothing new. These are the 4 coach XP goal categories that can be a single game, weekly, seasonally, whatever. It says draft. Pro draft goals based on which round your player gets drafted in. For example, player drafted in the first round. So that's going to get you XP. So that's interesting. Individual game goals, and they did that in the last game too. All this used to take place in the old game as well. Obviously, individual game goals, rushing touchdowns, beat your rival, beat your top 25 team. That's already been there. Not really a big deal there. Recruiting. Determined by your success on the recruiting trail, recruiting goals can be specific to a single prospect. For example, sign a 5-star recruit or a full season of sign the best, recruiting class in the country. Again, they kind of had something like that in the old game as well. So number of XP stats, weekly goals, ranked in top 10, they already had that. So I'm not reading all that again. We got a lot to read. Man, these face scans look amazing, bro. What in the world? Do y'all see this? This is pretty good, man. This is pretty good. Those faces look like real. Let's go down. Okay. Each time you complete a goal in the game, you will receive a notification, just like they did in the last game. So again, I'm not reading all that because it's the same thing as the last game. The swag is crazy on this game, though, man. I can already tell this game gonna be swag on this game. Gonna be go back up. Let's go back up, chat. Coaching archetypes. Now, we've kind of already talked about this, but again, I'll go over it shortly. In EA College Football, we are introducing a new archetype based on coach ability systems. You can think of it similar to the RPG classes where all the party members have a specific class, archetype, or role. Ultimately, in order for your team to have success, all of the players in your party must do their job and work together. Our system is no different. All coaches will start with a base class or a coach archetype, which can be taught as a special ability in tradition. So I think what's going to be important with this, guys, is that you're probably going to have to, if you're going to be the recruiter, your coordinator's probably going to want to be like maybe the motivational guy or the scheme guy. Like you're going to have to kind of spread it out, at least from what this is kind of saying. From your base archetype, you can progress in multiple ways. You can become an expert in a single category like recruiting, where you become an elite recruiter and excel on the recruiting trail. And you can become a hybrid coach who is strongly in multiple areas. For example, a talent developer who is great at both talent equestrian, which is recruiting, obviously, and player development. So you can do a mixture of both too as well. But I'm not going to lie. I'm probably just going to spread the love around, to be honest. Too bad we don't know if we can coach games in Dynasty mode like you could. Yeah, I'm not sure about all that. They didn't really, but it might be in here. We're still reading. This is like a lot of information. This is a lot. How do you upgrade your archetypes and what does it do? I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll still read it. For each archetype, you are set to have prerequisites and objectives that must be completed in order to purchase them. For example, in order to become an elite recruiter, you must spend 50 coach points in the recruiting archetype and sign 2 top 5 classes. So I guess that's how so it seems like it's going to be like an overtime thing. Like you're not going to be able to level your coach up in a year. It's going to take some time, bro. Like from what this is saying. When creating your coach, you will select which base archetype you want to start with. The other 2 base archetypes will be then available to purchase and with coach points without needing to meet any additional requirements. So similar to what they had in the last game. So again, it's just going to be different because you got different skill types. Let's keep going because we have a crap ton to read, bro. This is a lot. And I'll be doing a video about this too later on today that'll be dropping later on. So we're going to cover even more of it then. It says your active archetype is automatically determined. If you own the program builder or CEO archetype, there will always be an active archetype regardless of how many coaching points you spent in other archetypes. If you do not own the archetype, your active archetype is the archetype you have spent the most coaching points in. All own coaching abilities are always on, regardless of which archetype you're currently active. So pretty much what this is saying is if you want to be a recruiter and you put your points towards a recruiter, that's all you're going to ever be until you start moving your points around. Which, again, realistic. I don't have a problem with that. Let's see. Your progress can be viewed in coaching ability screen, which is accessible from the coach tab for the Dynasty hub, whatever. Within the screen, you can see all the available archetypes. So right here, you see all the ones. I think they have him as a master motivator. So it looks like you're going to be able to, kind of like 2K a little bit, like how there's badges. I think there's going to be level to the archetypes from what I'm kind of understanding. So like for here, it has him as master motivator. He's probably gotten that because he's had 5 people get drafted under him, and he spent 50 points as a motivator. Man, this game's going to be in depth, man. This game's going to be in depth. You're not going to be able to cheat the system, bro. You're not going to be able to cheat the system in this game. As far as, like, recruiting, like, you're not going to be able to do that. How do abilities work? This is a long blog, bro. Once you own an archetype, you can purchase the abilities within its use in using coaching points. In College Football 25, we were introducing more than 50 coaching abilities. What? Each ability can have up to 4 tiers, which is what I just talked about. And every tier has a purchase cost associated with it. Every archetype, with the exception of Scheme Guru, Program Builder, and CEO, have their own ability broken down within the group. So that's what I just talked about. So if you play 2K, you know they have like the badge system. It's pretty much going to be like that. So for example, if you want to be a recruiter, like I'm probably going to be, if you nail, 2 5-star recruits, you might move up to, you might go from bronze to silver. And if you land 4, you might go from silver to, if you get to want to level up just recruiting, you'll go to silver to gold or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be like that. No longer are coaches great at recruiting across the board. Now coaches will specify in specific hold on. Let's read this again. No longer is a coach great at recruiting across the board. What do you mean by that? Now coaches will specialize in specific position groups, making your staff composition that much more important. Woo! Okay. This is a little bit intriguing because what it's saying here is if you have nailed a couple of good quarterbacks, right? Quarterbacks are going to probably more, and your quarterbacks do good when they come to your school. Quarterbacks might want to go to if I'm Clemson, for example, and I had recruited 2 really good quarterbacks, and they both come behind Cade Klubnik and have a whole bunch of success. It might be more quarterbacks a little interested in Clemson. So that's another interesting one right there as well. Let's keep it going. Because we got a lot to read, man. This is a crap ton of stuff to read. So I'm probably not going to read every single thing, guys, to be honest, because I'm doing a whole video on this later. So in addition to position-based boosts, there are also coaching abilities with core gameplay effects you can really cook. For example, the Scheme Guru archetype focuses on your gameplay style. If you are a coach who likes to play fast, you can upgrade fast tempo offense, providing you with these following boosts. So they have actual tiers like what we were just talking about. So if you want to do like a fast-paced scheme offense, offensive players fatigue is going slower in the hurry up. And then if you get to tier 2, it increases the delay to defenders looking at the sideline for the snap stuff. On their heels, it's going to be team composure boost on first downs game while running the hurry up. And then on tier 3, it's going to be chance to see the defense's coverages in shell, which they showed that in the other video. So this is crazy. This is a lot of information. Good. This is why I don't like when EA does this though. Like they could have put some of this out at some time, and it's too much to read, bro. Like this is a whole freaking book. Let's talk about the coordinators real quick. Both coordinators are head coaches, have the same set of abilities and archetypes available to them, leading to the natural progression from coordinator to head coach, and increased importance on staff management when your coordinator either complements your strengths or shores up your deficiencies. Remember, no coach can be great at everything, so it is critical that you have your coordinators complement you. So we already kind of talked about that a little bit, how if you're a recruiter, you might want to have a guy that's a schemes X and O guy because, if you have all recruiters, your guys might not know how to run routes or something like that, or they might not be motivated. Climbing the coaching ladder. Let's skip to this. Your journey starts when you sign your first coach contract. When you're creating your dynasty, you will have an option to select whether you want to be a head coach, offensive coordinator, or defensive coordinator. Coordinators have performance expectations just like the head coach. All roles will have full control of recruiting and be able to play both sides of the ball during gameplay. Okay, that's interesting. So normally, I know that they used to, if you was an offensive coordinator, you can only play like the offense. So now I guess they got it to where you can play both sides of it. So that's going to be interesting. Let's keep looking. Let me make this smaller real quick. Give me just a second. So yeah, this is a lot of information to take in. Hold on, y'all. Let me just put this here, and I'm going to make me a little smaller. There we go. All right. So let's go to the next one. So the next thing here is sign here, please. Every time you start, let me scroll this down a little bit, actually. My computer is kind of freezing up here. Okay, so it says sign here, please. Every time you start a new coaching job, you'll be asked to sign a contract with the school. The contract will have a set contract length and performance expectations, just like in real life. Failure to meet those expectations will result in bad things happening. So they had that in the last game. That's nothing really different from the last game, chat. School expectations are determined by the school's current team prestige and program standing. The better the school, the higher the expectations. These are the 4 type of contract expectations. Win, soil amount games, win a conference championship, make it to the college football playoffs, win a national championship. We already know that. They had that in the old game as well. It's just going to be a little bit different. Your job security will fluctuate throughout the season based on the results of the game. Again, they had that in the old game. That's really nothing different, to be honest with you. Alternately, meeting or exceeding your goals will result in increased job security. They had that in the old game. Of course, if you don't like the possibility of being fired, you can always turn off coach firing in the dynasty setting. So you can turn it off. If you want to suck for 15 years, you can suck for 15 years, just turn off firing. Job security is a function that your ability to meet your coach expectations. Again, they had this in the old game. So that's not really that surprising. So I'm kind of going to skip over some of this like stuff that was already in because I'm going to do a video about this later on today. Let's see. Your current coach contract and job security status can be accessed by the coaching tab on the Dynasty Hub. We just seen that. When viewing your contract, you can see your current and past job security. Oh, that's dope. We didn't have that. Contract expectations and your school seasons by results for the last 20 years. The season by season results show the team record and if they were conference champions or any bowl games won. They did have that in the last game. Let's see here. Yeah, this looks pretty much identical to the last game. It just has a little more cleanness to it, but I mean, this pretty much essentially looks the exact same. So I'm not going to read all that because it's pretty much the same thing. Coaching carousel, I do want to read a little bit about this. Following the 2021-2022 college football regular season, 2 high-profile schools like LSU and USC were looking for new coaches. Both schools did what nobody saw coming and hired 2 elite coaches from other high-profile schools. Suddenly, other high-profile jobs were unexpectedly available, and the coaching carousel was in full effect. In College Football 25, we set out to recreate the chaos that is in college football coaching carousel. That's nice. That's going to be nice because, I mean, I kind of feel like it wasn't like that in the old game, but we're going to see. Along with a domino effect it brings, now instead of happening over a single week, the coaching carousel will take place over a course of 5 weeks. Okay. That's big news because we didn't have that. So it looks like the coaching carousel will take place over the course of 5 weeks from conference championship week to the end of bowl season. That was something I put on my wish list. They must have seen it because that was something I put on there. The way that your multiple online dynasties, the entire coaching carousel experience won't be held up because you are sitting around waiting on your friends to get on and elevate your job offer only for them to tell you that they want to stay at their current job. So that's interesting. How does coaching carousel work? The carousel kicks off during the conference championship week. During this week, so this, before we go any further, chat, this pretty much also tells you that you can fire coaches at the end of the season. Like before the season even really ends, you can go ahead and fire people. Now, what that might do is affect your who you sign. So you're going to want to be kind of careful with that too, because it looks like you have a 5-week grace period where you can kind of see. But let's go back to it. The carousel kicks off during the conference championship week. During that week, all coaching contracts are processed, and the school determines if they want to fire, extend, or let the contracts just expire and let them go. If your school has decided to fire or extend you, you'll receive an action item notification notification to your news. They did this in the old game. If you are a head coach, you will be able to fire your coordinators during this week, which is what I said. More on that later, though. So they said more on that later. So let's keep looking. Once you advance the week and arrive to bowl season, the first round of job offers will go out. So I wonder if you accept a job, if you like a coordinator and you accept a job, I don't know, let's just use Clemson again. I'm at ECU and I accept a job at Clemson. Will I still be able to play the bowl game with my ECU boys, or like that's just it? So I do kind of wonder that, but let's look at this anyway. Once you advance to the week and arrive in bowl season, the first round of the job offers will go out. You'll receive any job offer. You will be notified via action item view job offer, which we just seen in the screenshot earlier. If you do not receive any offers, you will have a generic action item titled coaching carousel. Pressing that action item will take you to the coaching carousel screen, so where you can see any job offer that you have, as well as any opening around the whole country. That is nice, because if y'all don't remember, it wasn't like that in the old game. You used to have to like wait and see who gets offered first, and it was kind of like a first come first serve basis. But now it sounds like you're gonna be able to see everything off rip, which I love. Just because you didn't receive an offer in the first week of the bowl season, or if you didn't like the offer you received, doesn't mean your coaching carousel is over. I love that. Remember that the coaching carousel takes place over a course of multiple weeks. The first week bowl games is just the beginning. As schools hire and poach coaches from other schools, this previous job will become available as an unexpected job opening at the school and will hire its replacement in the following week. That I love. I love that. So I wonder, I wonder if I'm like a coordinator at, let's just say, Kennesaw State or something like that, and I get a job offer at a bigger school. I do want to know if I get hired before the bowl game. Here you go. Let me shut up. It's answering it right here. I just see it. Okay, hold on, y'all. When viewing a job offer, you will see the new coach's preferences. What happens in their previous coach and who is the top candidate or the job for the job. You will also see the contract they are offering you and what the contract expectations are. Once you accept the offer, you will stay with your current team until the national championship game. That's what I want to see, which is when all job changes are processed. This allows you to take one last ride with your current team and coach any bowl game they play in. That's what I want to know. Okay, cool. So that's what I want to know. So that answers that question. So, for example, if you could take a job just like they do in real life, you can take a job at another school but still finish out the season with your team. That is dope. I like that a lot. Let's keep it moving. Let's see. How do schools determine who they want to hire? That's a good question. Let's talk about it. Each school has a school persona, which determines what they are looking for their next coach. Schools will elevate candidates across the following criteria. Level. The higher a coach's level, the more powerful they are and the more abilities they have. Schools are always looking for the highest caliber coach they can find. Makes sense. Scheme. Certain schools, like the military academies, want a coach who runs a specific type of style of offense or defense. That's cool. Archetypes. Schools have a preference on the type of coach they are looking for. Now, this is new. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this back in the day. Just like in the real world, blue bloods prefer elite coaches who have program builder or CEO as one of their abilities. That's new. Okay, that's interesting because we didn't have that. Pipeline. All coaches that have a primary pipeline which provides a boost in recruiting. This is meant to stimulate an area of the country where you have a strong ties with relationships and recruiting. That's huge because we did not have that in the old game either. I mean, we did, but we didn't have it like this. Schools prefer coaches whose primary pipelines is in the same ones as the schools and recruiting pipeline. That's interesting. A coach's prestige, we already know what that's about. If the coach is higher up prestige, he's going to get more job. Okay, let's move on. Together, these form an overall school fit score, which is then used to generate a list of candidates for the job. The school will extend an offer to one of those coaches. This is crazy, bro. This is insane how in-depth this game is, bro. Bro, we're not even halfway down the page, chat. We're not even halfway down. That's how much information is it. We're not even halfway down. Let me keep looking. Game theory and domino effect. This is what I want to see. It is important to keep in mind the domino effect when you are evaluating whether or not to accept an offer. Just because the job isn't open today does not mean it won't be available next week. This is huge, chat, because if you might want to play the patient game until you get a dream job situation. You might want to play the patient game here from what it's saying. You can view all of your current job openings by using all openings. Filter in the coaching carousel screen. Every open job will list out the top candidates the school is targeting. Once the week has advanced, one of those 3 candidates will leave their current job and accept the job opening. This allows you to predict which jobs may become open the next week. This is crazy. Let's keep going. For example, look, they got a screenshot here. You can also view all the coaching movements across the country, world, and the staff movements. The staff move screen can be accessed by staff moves according action in the items in the Dynasty Hub. Staff moves show all the coaches who changed their job, former teams, new teams, and the reason they leaving. Okay, this is crazy. So I guess here is like, for example, I'm guessing this guy's Oregon State coach, and it looks like he had, or like a coordinator, and it looks like he has. So hold on. I just see something else too. Like it says job downgraded. So I don't know what this means. So this means pretty much, I guess this means you're pretty much taking a less job from what I'm understanding. Do y'all see that right there where it says job offer, job downgrade? Because he's Oregon State's head coach. So it's even going to let you know that. Like if you're downgrading, they're going to let you know that as well. This is insane, bro. Yeah, this is a lot of information. All right, let's keep going because we got a lot. We're not even halfway down the page yet, bro. Okay, it's showing me more here. Can we see more screenshots? Let's see. So this is more screenshots here. So it shows you if this is a badder job you're taking or better. It actually shows you. See, it says job upgrade right here. This is insane. Yeah, this is insane, bro. This is a lot of information. Managing your staff. Again, I mean, we kind of already know what this is about. You're fired. Manage your staff. I do want to see this real quick. Manage your staff starts during conferencing. Let me start over. Managing your staff starts during conference championship week. During this week, you will be able to fire your coordinators. Be careful because this is the only week you can do this. So you got to fire your coordinators pretty much immediately. After this week, you are unable to replace coordinators unless they are hired away from another school. So good to know. Your coordinators will not leave unless you fire them. So you have to fire them or they have to be hired by another school. Every coordinator has a standard 2-year contract. Once this contract expires, it would either automatically renew for another 2 years, or of course, if you don't like them, you can always tell them they're fired. So that's going to be another thing you're going to want to keep out too as well. Welcome to the team. Let's just skip down here. Starting bowl week 1, you can hire new coordinators if you have an opening position. When you go to hire a new coordinator, you will be presented with a curated list of candidates. These coaches are chosen to you based on the needs of your team. That's dope. The logic is that you're used to determine this list is similar to an AI school logic to determine the top candidates, which we just talked about. Okay, when you're looking at a candidate, you will be able to see the current school, active archetype, coach levels, and what schools are interested in them. So you're going to actually be able to see what schools are even looking at them as well. These are the schools you will be competing against if you make a job offer. You can also view the coach's talent tree so you can drill down more deeply and see whether or not they would be a fit with your staff. This is insane, bro. This game, I got to take a break for a second, chat. This game is going to be nuts. Man, this game is going to be crazy, bro. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of information on here, man. This is a lot. When you make a offer to a coach, it is not guaranteed that they accept it. I want to get into this, so I'm glad they're bringing it up now. You can only offer one coach per week. Okay, once you have offered them, they will appear in your staff management screen as off with the offer tag. When you advance the week and re-enter the screen, you will find out whether they have accepted your offer or if they, decide to join your team or whatever the case, or if they rejected your offer and took an opportunity somewhere else. You will always have at least one coach available to hire who does not require you to compete with another school. If at the end of carousel you have not been able to fill an open position, you will be automatically given new coordinators that are on par with it. This is insane, bro. This is in depth as crap, man. This is crazy. So they show some screenshots here of how that's going to look, I guess. So let's just look at this real quickly. So they show you the different coaches. They show you the pipeline area. So as you can see, let's talk about this now, chat. We talked about this pipeline area, Hawaii, pipeline area, Central Florida, pipeline area, North Texas, pipeline area, East Texas. So you know what I'm already seeing? Don't get no coordinator that's in no place that he can't recruit, because you're going to be in trouble. you're going to be in trouble. If you get a person that's pipeline Alaska, ain't no football players in Alaska. That ain't going to help you. So that's going to be another thing that's going to be important too when you're hiring a coach on your coordinator seat. So he got North Texas, pipeline Michigan, pipeline Ohio State. So yeah, Ohio. Yeah, this going, yeah, okay, that's interesting to know. Lord, this list, bro, we're not even halfway down, bro. We're not gonna be able to read all this today, bro, because we'll be here for 4 hours. There's no question that in today's world, roster management and talent equestrian are at the forefront of the college football and building your program. Players can now transfer whenever they want to. This is what I really want to see. Expectations for you and your program. Some are looking to play early. Others want to win championships. Some want to play in the big games. They want to start to grow their own brand beyond the field. Aligning with what you and your program can do, has never been more important. So we already know that. Can we I kind of want to skip down. Okay, let's look at this. At the same time, we spent a ton of time doing quantitative research. We want to know anything and everything about recruiting and the program's management. This ranged from how many 5, 4, and 3-star prospects there are every year to make what California quarterback is different from a Florida quarterback. So they kind of had this in the old game, but not to this extent. We focus heavily on the different geographical regions and what they are known for. So, okay, chat. So again, I talked about this in the wish list video. You're going to probably want to get your quarterback from Southern California, from what they kind of just said right here. You're going to want to get your wide receivers from South Florida, all your athletic guys and all that. You're going to want to get them from South Florida and Atlanta area and all that, from what they kind of explaining here. You're going to want to get your O-lineman from Wisconsin and Iowa is what this pretty much is kind of telling me, which we talked about that before. But let's continue on. Lastly, we spent time talking with our community on what to expect from recruiting and program management. Players liked the recruiting in the older game because it had depth, but it was also tedious at the same time. On the contrary, the last iteration was too fast, which I agree, but it was also shallow and cold. You never actually felt like you were establishing a relationship with a prospect. We wanted to find a way to blend the two so that the recruiting felt meaningful and allowed you to build connections with recruits throughout discovery, while also being conscious of your time each week. Ultimately, we landed on 4 core goals. Here we go with the goals again. Humanizing recruits by giving them unique needs and motivations that the player has discovered by interaction with the recruit. Okay. Differentiating regions of the country by player caliber, quality, and also as well capturing high school talent based on historical real-world data, which goes back to what I said. We already know California has a lot of quarterbacks. You're probably going to want to go get your quarterback from there. Represent the different resources available to schools, ensuring that top schools can blanket the country, while smaller schools will need to be more targeted. See, this is what I love. You're not going to be able to run it up with Kennesaw State in the recruiting trail, bro. Like, I'm just going to tell you that now. But for me, I love that. You know what I'm saying? For me, I love that. You're not going to be able to cheese this thing. You're going to actually have to, it's going to take you a while to become good. So I'm interested in that. Let's keep it going. Make the transfer portal feel authentic and unpredictable, pretty much. Welcome to stage recruiting. Okay, here we go. In College Football 25, we are introducing a new stage recruiting experience built around 3 distinct phases: discovery, pitch, and close. Just like in real life, every recruit will be in a different stage of their process. Where they are in their process will pretty much dedicate how you interact with them and the levels of engagement they require. Recruiting begins with discovery. In the initial stage, you are finding which prospects to target, what their skills are, and what they care for the most. This stage is all about uncovering information about recruits as quickly as possible. The sooner you can discover how well you align your program, the better, as time is in essence, because it seems like guys are going to commit kind of early. Once a recruit announces their top 5, it's time to pitch. Okay. During the pitch stage or phase, you are selling the recruit on your program and what you offer, how well your school aligns with their motivations, while determining how successful you are. The final stage is close. So I'm guessing this is when you get into top 3. The final stage is close, This is when you bring a recruit in for an official visit and attempt to leave a lasting impression about your program. If the visit goes well, you'll make huge gains with the recruit and possibly secure a verbal commitment following the visit. Ultimately, the recruit will make their final decision on signing day. You guys, did they just tell us they can decommit? Chat, did they just tell us we can decommit? I think that's what they just told us. Is anybody else picking that up? Is anybody else picking that up, what I'm putting down? Do y'all not see this last paragraph here? Do y'all not see this? Ultimately, the recruit will make their final decision on National Signing Day. Chat, I think we just got told decommit is in the game. I think you can flip commit. Chat. Is anybody else not seeing this? I think you can flip commit. Okay. That's one thing that was on my wish list as well. Because why would they put that in there? Ultimately, the recruit will make their final decision on National Signing Day. Why would you put that there? That means we can flip commits. They need to, before we dive deeper into each of these, let's start discussing how programs, whatever. I want to know more about, can we flip a commit? Can y'all confirm that with me? I don't even care about, now I'm on this flip commit thing. We already know about the 14 stages, whatever. Where's flip commit? Because I think they just told us we can flip a commit. Am I the only one peeping that? I think they just told us we can flip a commit, bro. Most grades, I'm not even caring about like the 14 pitches. We already know about that. What I do want to know is, can we flip a commit though? Because it sounds like we can. Is anybody not like, am I tripping? Chat? Recruits and where they come from. Each season, more than 3,500 recruits are generated across the country, just like in real world. Okay, every class is different. Some years you have a plethora of great quarterbacks and talents, whatever. Simply the quantity and the quality of the perspective from each region of the country will vary. Certain regions will have more consistent in this caliber. Yeah, whatever. For example, Southern California is known for producing great quarterbacks, while East Texas consistently produced some of the best wide receivers in the country. However, we didn't stop there. We wanted to go deeper and to ensure we are capturing, high school talent. Yes, East Texas is known for producing great wide receivers, but more specifically, they are known for how big and physical they are. So, man, they're not playing. They are not playing. Whereas in South Florida, it's going to produce like incredibly fast, deep threat wide. This is incredible, bro. This is wow. What recruits care about? We already know about the 14 pitches. I want to know, can somebody decommit? They ain't really. I gotta see that. I think I might be right on that too, Jordan Poole season. I think they can decommit. But let's read this anyway. Let's keep going. The recruit cares about what the recruit cares about. There are 14 different motivators a recruit cares about, all of which the map, shows. Whatever. A 5-star recruit is going to care more about getting to the next level, winning a national championship, growing their NIL brand, of course. They're going to care about that more than a 2-star recruit, of course. By contrast, a 2-star recruit is more likely going to care about staying close to home, cultural stability, and academics. That's fine. That's how it is in the real world. Not mad at that. Every recruit will have their 3 motivators that they care about. The 3 motivators form from what we call ideal pitches. During the discovery stage, your job as a recruiter is to find the ideal pitch as fast as possible to determine whether or not they align with your program. If a recruit does not align with your program, you are going to have an uphill battle to sign him. Okay, we already knew that, but that's dope to know. Okay, this is another thing I want to get into. Go up, let's go. Recruiting pipelines. This is what I want to see. Okay. Actually, let's read this last paragraph of this last one here too, because this says something about a recruiting portal, and I'm a little intrigued. There's a chance that one of their 3 ideal pitches motivators are also deal breakers. Deal breakers represent a motivation that a recruit is extremely passionate about and will not budge on. If you do not satisfy their deal breakers, they will not talk to you. Additionally, a deal breaker stays with a player forever. So once they are on a roster, they will still have the same deal breaker they had when you recruited them in school. Coming out of high school. You can think of it like a promise to them. If you fail to uphold your side of the deal, there's a chance they will decide to enter the transfer portal at the end of the season. Not a surprise. That's what happens in real life. Now, I want to get to this. Recruiting pipelines. We still have not made it halfway down the page, chat. We still haven't. They posted it on Twitter. Yes, they can decommit. Oh. Oh, I'm getting hype. All right, let me. I gotta go see that because I need to see. They confirmed players can decommit. I gotta see this. I kind of figured that's what it was. I gotta see it though for my own eye. I'm gonna go back to the article. Chat, but that was one of my things I needed to have was decommits. I'm trying to see now. Somebody said they posted it on Twitter that you can decommit. And that, if that's the case, oh yeah, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. I'm not gonna lie. If that's the case where we can see decommits, I'm loving that. I'm not gonna lie. Let me keep looking real quick, chat. Here it go right here. Here it go. Let me see what Bordeaux talking about. So he said how signing day will work in EA College Football 25. The first part wasn't a typo. EA has put early signing day in the game and in regular national, just like in real life. Early signing day takes place at the start of the bowl season, after the regular season has been completed, while national signing day will take place 7 weeks after the national championship. Okay, on signing day, any player who has verbally committed to a school prior to signing day will sign, meaning that they can no longer decommit until the one of the 2 signing days. Though they can flip their commitment. Let's go. That's what I've been waiting on. That's probably my favorite thing in this whole thing. Chat, we here, chat. EA cooked, man. EA cooked. I knew I was right. When they said that, I knew I was right. So there it is. You can flip a commit. Hey, all right. So that is confirmed. We can flip a commit. Woo, okay. The majority of prospects will commit prior to the early signing day, but some recruits may last late into the cycle. Those prospects, along with transfers, will ultimately sign their letter of intent on signing day. Throughout recruiting, you can view the team recruiting rankings in the top classes section, whatever. I don't even care about that. I'm just hyped so players are going to be able to decommit. Any recruits who are unsigned after National Signing Day will stick around and become walk-ons. That's dope. I like that. So no more low lock cheese. They'll just commit to a school and walk on. I like that. Now that teams will have a higher influence on signing day, you will get players as long as they have, if you offer them a scholarship. Whoo! Madden, you're done. Madden will never see me another day in my life. That's over with. We're deleting that today. So players can decommit. Can they talk about that a little more though? Can we talk about like how you can get a player to flip? Let's now. Okay, let me read pipeline. Let me come back to the y'all. I'm hyped. That was my number one thing on my list was can we flip a commit? And it looks like you can. That's why they put verbal commitment because they can leave if they want to. Okay. Yeah, this game, everybody's saying game of the year. Yeah, we lit. Bro, we got 80 people in here, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. I dare say the greatest sports game on. Yeah, bro, it's definitely game of the year for sure. All right, let's keep reading. That got me hyped. We got to look on it. All right. We analyze historical. Okay. Don't really care about this. Let's go down. First and foremost, it was clear that not every state is created equal. So there's gonna be more talent, in Florida than there is New York. I mean, that's just obvious. The result was reshaping pipelines to represent geographical regions rather than states. For example, Florida is now broken into 3 major different pipelines. You're going to have North Florida, so that's probably going to lay like Tallahassee, Jacksonville, that. You're going to have Central Florida. I'm guessing that's like Orlando, Daytona, all that. Then you're going to have South Florida, which is obviously like Miami. Similar to Metro Atlanta. Metro Atlanta is going to have its own pipeline by itself. Shout out to the 404. We got our own pipeline. I love that for us. Whereas New York and New Jersey were combined to become a single pipeline. In total, there are 50 pipelines. But okay, so that's interesting. So I wonder if, for example, the New England area, like Massachusetts, Connecticut, I wonder, are they all going to be like together? Because they just said New York and New Jersey are combined as one single pipeline. So I'm guessing, from what I'm understanding here, chat, like those states like that, they're going to be together. Like North Dakota, Wyoming, they're going to be together. But then you might have like Metro Charlotte, Metro Atlanta, Metro Houston, and that's how it's going to come up to 50 different type of pipelines. This is crazy. All right, let's keep going. Chat, I really want to know more about that though. But let's look at this. A school pipeline level will never change, which ensures that the school who historically strongly recruits, in that given area is always going to have the advantage. For example, Florida, which AB's going to love this, Florida has historically dominated recruiting in Central Florida in areas like Lakeland, Tampa, and Orlando. Similarly, LSU regularly reaches into East Texas and all of the Gulf Coast areas. This also accurately reflects the challenge of recruiting to a small school that's not located in an adjacent strong pipeline. So, for example, I'm a Clemson fan. Clemson recruits strong in Metro Atlanta area. So that would be a place where we're probably going to be able to get a lot of players from. I like that. I think that's dope. I like that. I'm not going to lie. Every recruit will start with and this says initial interest in top schools. We're still not halfway through the blog, you guys, by the way. Every recruit will start with a list of schools that are interested in. When the recruit generates their initial top schools list, they'll evaluate every school, my school grade, relation to their ideal pitch and motivation. They also will take into account their home pipeline and proximity home. This means the recruit from Atlanta are more likely to go to schools in the Southeast, like in real life. However, some prospects will look to leave home and leave further away from home and get outside the region for a better fit. Man, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is going to get, okay, Alex has committed to your school. So it tells you each, player. I still want to know about flip commit. That's what I want to know about. I hate to be like that, but let's go through the discovery stages, each stage, because that is important. Stage 1, discovery. The first stage of recruiting is discovery, where your goal is to learn information about the prospect as quickly as possible. The faster you can learn information about the prospect, the sooner you can decide whether you are not to pursue them. Discovery intel and information about this recruit is also pivotal to in how you craft your pitch and sell your school to the recruit. Uncovering the information before competition gives you a huge advantage. So it says prospect identification. Discovery starts with prospect identification. You can find prospects to recruit within the prospect list. The prospect list will default to recommended filters, which, they had this in their last game. The recommended filters use the same logic as AI. So it's going to be some AI in this game when they are identifying players to recruit. It takes into account your team position and your needs, what pipelines you recruit from, and a recruit is interested in your school at their starting rating. Okay. Whoo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Let me read some of y'all comments, because this is a lot, bro. Let's see. I would guess you win a big game and have them visit with them on the right time. Yes, sir. A big game probably helps you with flipping. I gotta get more into that. I gotta find that I gotta find that section. I'm sorry, because that got me hyped. And we can flip commits, bro, which it sounds like we can. It talks about team needs and all that stuff. I do want to see this recruiting hours. I do need to see this, actually. Recruiting hours are a core currency to spend on recruiting actions and scouting each week. The amount of recruiting hours you have depend on your team prestige and what part of the season you're in. Teams will have a higher prestige when will have more recruiting hours each week, which we talked about that yesterday. This is meant to model the recruiting resources a program has, with higher tier programs having significantly more resources available to them to recruit. So again, this goes back to what I told y'all yesterday. If you have Kennesaw State, you're not going to be able to recruit well, probably the first couple years. Okay? So for you guys, I think you're going to just get 5-star recruits pulling up to Kennesaw, Georgia. It ain't happening from what this is saying. You ain't going to have one recruit if you do that, and he might not even commit. So in the preseason, a 5-star program will have 1,000 recruiting hours compared to only 350 as a 1-star. So it tells you right here how much recruiting you're going to have. This time of year also impacts your recruiting hours. During the preseason, it is the off-season recruiting. You don't have to prepare for games each Saturday. As a result, you have significantly more time to spend on recruiting. This is amazing, bro. Chad. Oh my God, Chad, I'm in love, Chad. This is crazy, bro. This is insane. Recruiting, boy, it's just so much information, bro. Like, my God, it's so much information. Scouting. Hold on. I need to see that. Scouting. Before you start offering scholarships and dedicating your limited resource hours, your limited recruiting hours and resources to prospects, it is important to make sure you're targeting the right ones for your program. During the preseason, you are only able to scout and offer scholarships. So it is a great time to scout the player and ensure you are targeting the right prospect. In College Football 25, we are introducing a new scouting system designed to represent ambiguity and progressive discovery of high school players' skill sets. Okay, interesting. That's interesting. So right here they show somebody from Shelby, North Carolina, right outside of Charlotte, not too far. This is crazy. This is insane. They got a couple other screenshots here. They show the recruiting. So they show him at 60% scouted, and then they show him at 100% scouted. But they still don't really show his overall, though. They show some of his mental abilities. They show his catching in traffic. He's definitely a wide receiver for sure, or a tight end, because he's 6'6", 247, so probably more so tight end. But yeah, that's okay. Interesting. Chad, I know y'all mad at me, and I know y'all want me to go through each one of these. I gotta find that commit thing. I gotta find that flip commit thing, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, hold. Let me read it. We'll come back to this. I gotta find that flip commit thing. That's gonna bother me until I find it, bro. I'm gonna come back to this chat, but I gotta find that flip commit thing. I have to find it. I gotta find that flip commit thing. I'm guessing it's towards the bottom. I have to find that, chat. I got to. I've decided, okay, this is transfer portal. I'm not even tripping on this. Can I find, I'll come back to this, but I have to find that flip commit thing. I got to. It's bothering me. Okay, here we go. Signing day. Just like in real life, College Football 25 features both early signing day and national signing day. Early signing day takes place at the start of the bowl season after the regular season has been completed. National signing day will take place 7 weeks after the national championship. On signing day, any player who verbally committed to a school prior to signing day will sign, meaning that they can no longer decommit. The majority of prospects will commit prior to early signing day, but some recruits may last late into the cycle. Those prospects, along with transfers, will ultimately sign their letter of intent on signing day. Okay. All right. Throughout recruiting, you can view a team recruiting ranks top. Okay, I don't care about that. What I want to know is, can a person decommit? Any recruits who are left unsigned, I'm not tripping about that. I want to know, they could have made that a little clearer, because I don't really feel like they made that clear. Because see, right here, it says signed. Chat, I need y'all's help, chat. Are they telling us we can decommit, bro? Are they telling us that's what I want to know, chat. I think they are. Because why would they, like, I think we can decommit, chat. Because it says on signing day, any player who has verbally committed to committed to a school prior to signing day will sign. Meaning they can no longer decommit. Let's read this sentence right here. Meaning they can no longer decommit. Yeah, this game of the year, bro. This game of the year, bro. Madden, just stop making games, bro. Stop making games, Madden. It's over with, bro. We not touching Madden. No. Ooh, look at this Quinshon Junkins. This looks crazy. Quinshon Junkins, his stuff look crazy, bro. This is crisp. You can definitely tell they used AI in this game for sure, though. I'm not gonna lie. Impact players, managing wear and tear. We'll get to all that. I'm gonna go back up. I think, chat, we're going to do a video later on today about all this stuff anyway. I hope y'all ready for like a 35-minute video. I hope y'all are ready, because that's probably what you're going to get today. I'm going to read a few more things, and then they have like a Heisman watch. Ollie Gordon just got arrested a night ago, didn't he? Post-game speech. What? Hold on. Okay, congratulations if you have made it. Okay, congratulations if you made it to this far. Standing at nearly 17,000 words. Yeah, we see this blog is a representation of how passionate this team is about the game, whatever. This entire team has to do whatever it takes mentally. So, are we not getting any more deep dives, chat? I don't think we're getting no more deep dives, chat. Because they normally put it at that last section of the... Oh, Road to Glory. Road to Glory. There it is. With that being said, we will see you again with the Road to Glory deep dive. We not done. Chad, we not done. We getting Road to Glory deep dive. Okay, yeah, Madden, you're cooked. I don't ever want to see Madden another day of my life. All right, let me scroll back up. This game, man, look, bro. I'm telling y'all now, man. It is, man, this might be the game of the year, bro. Not gonna lie. This might be the game of the year, chat. I'm gonna scroll back up, but it sounds like you can flip a commit. I still don't. They really didn't get in depth though on how you can flip a commit. I would like to see that a little more. Okay, I think we were at this part where it says, yeah, let's go up some more. Go up some more. Okay, yeah, here we go. Go down here. This is where we were at. Pitching the ideal. Hold on. We were talking about families and friends and stuff like that. Yeah, this is it. All right. So the 5 recruiting actions are as follow. Offer a scholarship. Obviously, scholarship shows the prospect that you are very interested in them. As a result, you will gain a small weekly influence bonus with the prospect after offering them a scholarship. Additionally, you will not be able to bring them on campus for an official visit or receive a commitment from the prospect until you offer them a scholarship, of course. Search on social media. Spend some time scrolling through the player's social media to learn a little bit more about them. Interesting. Okay. This will also give you a very small amount of influence when they see you like their story. This is crazy. Just to be careful not to like any images from 3 years ago. Okay, so that was something I did not know. So you can actually go to their social media and search their players and use that for an advantage in recruiting. So that's cool. DM the player. This is what everybody's been talking about. Message a player directly on social media to start a conversation and learn more about them. DMs will give you a small amount of influence as you start building that relationship. Contact family and friends. Make a few calls to the player's family and close friends to learn more about what the prospect values. This action will also gain significant amount of influence with the prospect when the word gets back to them that you called and when grandma starts raving about you in your program at Thanksgiving dinner. This is nuts, bro. I don't think I've ever seen a game this detailed before, especially a sports game. I've never seen a sports game this detailed. Like, this is incredible. Let me read some of y'all's comments. The gaming community has been needing a game that hasn't been a reskin and over for years. Now we have college. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm already feeling like this is the greatest college football game ever created. It's even more in depth than the old ones from what I'm seeing here. I don't know how the gameplay is gonna be. Again, we've seen it. It looks pretty decent. They showed some more gameplay today, and it looked pretty good. But we'll see. Send the house. From the recruiting coordinators to each coach on the staff. Send every available resource you have after a prospect to gain as much influence with them as possible. This is crazy, man. As you uncover the motivations that will no longer display as a question mark, if the motivation displays as a red X, we've seen that yesterday, the recruit does not care about it. If it displays green check mark, this is one of the 3 motivations. So you're gonna have to discover each motivation. This is insane, bro. Oh my God, this is insane. Okay, with this added depth in recruiting, we wanted to make sure that recruiting did not become monotonous and a chore and took a significant amount of your time each week. With this in mind, every recruiting action is set and forget. So, okay, this is good for you guys that want to do passive recruiting. You can literally just put it on add actions, and it'll do everything for you for the whole season. So you don't even have to do that anymore. You don't even have to recruit, if you don't want to. So that's good. So for people that was complaining, oh, this is going to be too much, they give you the thing right here where you can literally just set it up yourself and it'll automatically do it for you. So that's good. Okay. Whew, chat, this is a lot, man. Stage 2 pitch. Okay, I do want to read this. We're going to read these stages and then I'm probably going to get off. So probably like 20 more minutes here. It's been a long read. After recruit narrows their top schools to 5, it is time to begin pitching the prospect on your school and what you have to offer. By this point, you should have a good amount of information about the prospects and what they care about. The more information you have, the more surgical you can be with your pitch. If you do not have that much information about a prospect, you will effectively be flying blind and risking pitching them something they don't care about, which I'm guessing is going to lose you points like it used to do in the old game. If your pitching does not align with their motivation, it can actually have the adverse effect, which I just talked about, on their perception of your program. When pitching a prospect, there are 2 different types of pitches. There's going to be a soft sell and a hard sell. Soft sell awards a moderate amount of influence when choosing the correct pitch. It also limits the downside risk and penalty of pitching the prospect on something they do not care about. This is best for you when you have some idea of what kind of motivates to recruit. Hard sell. This provides the most influence when choosing the correct pitch, but it also comes with the largest penalty. If your pitch, if you pitch the wrong thing, it is the best to hard sell the player when you know pretty much and you're desperate to get this guy. So that's what the hard sell is pretty much about. Man, this is a lot, bro. For example, let's say a prospect's current ideal pitch is hometown hero, which includes campus, lifestyle, proximity to home, and program tradition. To increase your probability of success, you would want to sway them on a pitch that also has one or two of the hometown hero motivations. In this example, let's sway the prospect on the college experience pitch, which includes academic, campus lifestyle, and stadium atmosphere. If our sway is successful, the prospect will now care about academic prestige and stadium atmosphere in addition with the three. So you can add actually more motivation. This is insane, bro. What in the world? This is insane. This is a lot, y'all. This is a lot, man. Good God, this is a lot. So it looks like here you can change their motive. This is crazy, chat. This is insane. Okay. I do want to see how to flip a commit, though. They couldn't have showed that. All right, let's see this. Final stage, close. Let me read some of y'all comments, actually. What team y'all gonna run with? Some people saying App State. Yeah, okay. Stage 3, close. The final step in recruiting journey is to close. This is when you are bringing the prospect into an official visit and attempt to leave a lasting impression with them. In order to schedule a visit with a prospect, they must be down to their top 5 schools. You need to have offered them a scholarship at this point. No recruit wants to take time on a visit where they haven't even been given an offer yet. A recruit can only take an official visit to a school when they are on a... Okay. Hold on. A recruit can only take an official visit to a school when they are on a bye week or have a home game. Okay. Additionally, schools can host up to 4 recruits in a single week. 4? Okay, that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. We used to do like 15. I don't like that. But I guess it's good because you can spread it out throughout weeks. But man, I like loading it up. Additionally, schools can only host up to 4 recruits in a single week. When scheduling a visit with a prospect, you will be charged 40 recruiting hours. The cost to schedule a visit does not count towards the maximum number of hours you can allocate to the recruit in a week. This allows you to continue your normal recruiting of the prospect in the same week you schedule the visit. Okay, let's keep going down here. A visit is broken down into 2 main parts: scheduling and activity. Timing is everything. When it comes to scheduling a visit, waiting to bring the recruit in for a big-time rivalry game late in the season could have a lot of upside, but it also carries a lot of risk. That's why I like to get my players in as early as possible, not going to lie. But it also carries a lot of risk, since there's a chance the prospect will commit somewhere else prior to the visiting date. But can you flip him, though? That's what I want to know. You should be able to still flip him, though. Who you play and the day the visit also matters. Every visit during the regular season comes with a set of game day stakes, which determines the influence bonus you will receive with the recruit for winning the game and the potential downside for losing. The stakes are set by the importance of visibility of the game and the prospect will attend. Let's be honest, nobody wants to go to a game in a weak environment playing a low-tier opponent. Will provide a very little upside and major downside if you lose. Conversely, playing your rival, who is also a top 5 team, will have potential to leave a long-lasting impression. Of course, you can avoid any risk entirely by scheduling during the bye week, but there will be no in-game bonuses. No, we want the bonuses, bro. We want the bonuses. Finally, the other prospects who are visiting that weekend can be positive or negative impact on the player. We had this in the last game. I'm not reading that. After setting which date the prospect is going to visit, the next step is to select what they are going to do on their visit. So it's even down to you're going to have to set activities for the visit. This is crazy. There will be 14 activities a recruit can do during its visit. This is insane. Similar to the pitches and alignment of the recruiting interest level at that activity, or your school or my school grade will determine how much the recruit enjoys the activity. This is insane, y'all. Nailing the visit can often be the difference between bringing between bringing them in a top 5 class or, left at the altar on signing day. If things go well, there's a chance the recruit will verbally commit to your school following the visit. Here we go. This is what I wanted to read right here. I'm going to highlight this for y'all. I'm going to highlight this sentence. I think we got it, y'all. Hold on. It's saying right here, while you should feel good about securing a verbal commitment, it is critical you stay on top of these things until their letter of intent on signing day is signed. If a prospect verbally committed they have a deal breaker, they will decommit from your school if you fall below the required grade threshold prior to signing day. Once a player has signed on signing day, you have nothing to worry about. Chat, this is the game of the year, bro. I don't even need to see nothing else. Bro. This is the game of the year, chat. This is the game of the year, bro. I don't need to see nothing else, chat. This is the game of the year, chat. I don't need to see nothing else. Bro. That's it. That's all I want to see. So, long story short, if you fall off of your stuff, even after the player commits, they will decommit from your school. And as you can see here, they're inviting him to an FCS game. They're not really getting any credit for winning the game there because it's an FCS school. Let's go back here. If they played against Auburn, though, and they win, they're getting 2 bonus points. But if they lose, they're getting 4 negative points. And this is, I guess, attend position. So these are the activities you can do. So they can attend a player meeting. That's one of the things that this game is. Oh, my God. So I guess this is the screen when the player commits. This game. This game is going to be insane, y'all. This game. EA, bro. EA. I forgive y'all for all y'all sins over the last couple years for Madden. I forgive y'all. Y'all are good with me. I forgive y'all, chat. Like, EA, I want to see what Ryan Moody's going to say. I want to see what Ryan Moody is probably going to find a way to hate this, but it's no way you can, bro. This is incredible. Like, all right, I do want to read one more thing. Hold on. I do want to read one more thing. And that one more thing is the transfer portal. I just want to read that real quick and then we're going to get on off. Hey, coach, I'm sorry, but I've decided to leave. Over the last 3 years, the transfer portal has completely reshaped college football and how you build your roster. While it can be quickly upgrade your roster, it also can gut your program in a mass player heads to an exodus. Okay, just like recruits, players on your roster can also have deal breakers. Any recruit that has deal breakers will keep their deal breakers when they join your roster. Remember, deal breakers can be thought as a promise between you and the player. If you fail to uphold your end of the deal, there's a chance they leave in the offseason. The corresponding my school grade failing below the threshold does not guarantee they will decide to leave. The probability of a player transferring after their deal breaker has been violated is driven by the overall higher players being more likely to transfer. Okay, whatever. I don't even care. It's okay. I did want to read this real quickly. In addition, let me read this. Keep in mind that every action you take throughout the season has the potential to impact your my school grade and therefore increase a player's chances of leaving. A perfect example is in the coaching carousel, where the coach firings and coaches leaving for a new job could immediately impact the team's coach prestige grade and resulting in players entering the transfer portal. In addition to players entering the transfer portal, high overall players may look to go pro or enter the draft if they have been in school for 3 or more years. Players who are entering the draft will display the round that they're probably projected to go in. That's cool. They had that in the old game too, though, but that's cool. This just talks about players leaving and stuff. I'm not really tripping about that. I want to talk about the portal more. I think it's best if I play somewhere else. That's kind of more what I want to talk about. All right, so I think it's best if I play somewhere else. Actually, let's look at this real quickly. So this looks similar to the old game. It shows you, Damian Martinez. He was at Oregon State. Now he's at Miami. They have him going to the draft. His persuasion chance is medium. Same thing with this guy here, medium. Playing style, he wants to transfer. So, okay, pretty much similar to how it looked in the old game. All right, I think it's best for me to play somewhere else. This talks about the transfer portal. We ain't got to read all that. Even if you are at below, hold on, I do want to read this actually. While players have an opportunity to leave via transfer portal every year, you will have the opportunity to make roster changes. Every offseason, you are required to get back down to 85 players on your roster. Unfortunately, that means if you are over 85 men, you will be forced to encourage some players to hit the transfer portal. Let's go. So, K Klubnik, if you suck, I'm forcing you to the portal, brother. I'm telling you that now. I can tell you, I can pull a Dion and pretty much say, hit the portal. I'm bringing my Louis. I can't wait. Even if you are at or below 85 players on your roster, you can still encourage players to hit the portal. This is great. This is amazing, bro. Oh, my God, dude. This is amazing. This is amazing. You literally can tell guys you suck, hit the portal. This is, I'm hyped. I cannot wait. The transfer portal, as we said at the beginning, our goal is to make the transfer portal authentically unpredictable. This begins with players leaving. Some schools may face a mass exit of players, while others may be left untouched. Once all players have decided where they stay or go, the transfer portal will officially open at the start of the all-season recruiting. All-season recruiting will last for 4 weeks in total, and the transfers will make their final decision at the end of National Signing Day. Just like in real life, it is a four weeks of chaos, pretty much. Teams will have to constantly make quick decisions, sometimes limited information. Do you want to continue pursuing high school recruits or their transfers who can immediately improve your roster? How much time do you want to spend discovering a transfer's motivation and scouting them versus selling them on your program? How often do you want to bring in a transfer on a visit? Every transfer is given a star rating based on their overall and as like national, state, like we've already seen. Since players change over time, transfers are assigned new ideal pitches and motivations. Every player in the transfer portal has the same deal breakers that caused them to transfer originally. Their new ideal pitch will include their deal breakers and motivations and will be relevant to the transfer and their unique needs. After their new ideal pitch, the motivations has been set, transfers will evaluate every school and generate a top schools list, just like the high school prospects do. They will look at how their motivations align with each school. Man, this is going to be crazy. God, this game is going to be crazy. Since 4 and 5 star prospects are on high demand, they know more concretely what they're looking for. They will only consider 5 schools. If you are not in the top 5, you will not be able to talk to them at all in the portal. So if you're at Kennesaw State and a guy's a top 5 recruit and he's got USC, Texas, Alabama, you're not even gonna be able to get in that conversation with him, which I like. That's realistic. Lower star prospects will have varying terms of numbers of schools they are considering. Some will be completely open, while others will have a few or 3 schools that they are considering. This game is going to be crazy. Regardless of where they start, the process of recruiting a transfer is fast. You will need to make quick decisions. Your reactions with a transfer will be very similar to interacting with the high school recruits, depending on their stages. You will add recruiting actions, pitch your school, and bring them to your campus on a visit to try to close the deal. This is incredible, bro. This is incredible. Oh my God, this is incredible. So right here, it has their ranking. It has the top 5 of where they want to go. It has their previous school. It has what stages they're in. This is incredible, bro. This is incredible. This is incredible, man. Good God. It has their position ranking. It has where you land at with them. So they got this team 4th with Oklahoma. I mean, this is insane, chat. Whoo, this is insane, chat. I don't know, man. All right, y'all. This talks about position changes and all. We kind of already know about those. It's a lot more in here. I just can't even go over all this. It's just too much. I'm dropping a video later on today. I'm about to get off now and actually start making the video. When is Team Builder going to become available? It needs to be like now. It needs to be soon. Because the game comes out in less than 2 weeks. So, I don't know. It needs to be soon, though. I would think. All right. This was a lot of information, chat. I mean, this was a lot of information, y'all. Whew. Yeah. All right. Thank y'all for coming up to the stream. I think we got up to like 100 people at one point. It was crazy. Man, I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped, bro. I'm gonna drop a video later on the day. It'll probably be this evening because it's so much information, bro. Okay, I think we're gonna end it here. Appreciate you.